Welcome to East Lansing, Michigan, Spartan Stadium and home of the Michigan State Spartans. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Spartans will kick it away first. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll throw it on first down. Quick strike complete. Still running at the 40. Got a lot of running room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Auburn lines up quickly. They're getting this guy lathered up. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Going for the return. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. First down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Throws to the tight end. It's caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's Walters. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that play right there really shows you the trust between the quarterback and his wide receiver. They've obviously worked for hours all season long on these routes near the sideline. Nice throw, great catch.
Comes out throwing on first down. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He wants to pass it on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Brings it in down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front.
Touchdown, Tigers! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14, Michigan State, 0.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Movement here from the tight end. They'll give it to him again. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Quarterback checking the play. Back to throw, it's Walters. Quarterback extends the play. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Spartans will hustle to the line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The Spartans with the 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here comes the hurry up. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell among many who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pull back a couple years ago, such a great season too. But just that's their physicality. That's the brand that they've had. That's what their coaches embrace. You know, not being the quote-unquote main team in their state, but they're going to hit you in the face and they're going to play physically.
That's caught. It's Montgomery. Makes a grab and he's dragged down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Palmer, 14, Michigan State, 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback will audible. Back to throw, it's Walters. Got the quick pass. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Spartans are threatening in the red zone. The run from the shotgun.
keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. Turns it on in midfield. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Auburn to the line in a hurry. They want to run it left here. He's there to make the stop. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Darrisaw. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to run for it. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
They'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Touchdown, Auburn! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Arkansas is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Fayetteville. They're trailing by 14 to Maryland. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to pass. It's Walters. Forced out of the pocket. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Offense in an empty set. Wide out in motion. On second down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20.
The return is brought down at the 33, and the Auburn offense will take it.
Line gets set, first down. The give to the tailback. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
On second down, he'll fire. Got his man. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Auburn lines up quickly. He's going to pass. He lets it fly. Picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're going to throw it to start the drive. They're working that left side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Ready to fire from the pistol. Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Walters. Quickly complete. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And back to the air on second down. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Auburn doing business in the red zone. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Dropping back, it's Walters. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% this season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Spartans want to move quickly.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He's looking to throw it. Lost one deep down the right side. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Spartans!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
26, Michigan State.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Sparty. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Offense working from the pistol. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. They want to get this defense on its heels. Running behind that left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
You think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy, breezy.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab over the middle. Stopped after making the catch.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. It's a reverse. And the defense was ready when the receiver tried the tricky run.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football. Not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job, staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And it's picked off for the third time today. offense set on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On the move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. This offense has a second down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Fakes his man out. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air, it's Walters. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Got his man downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the crow route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He makes the connection. Touchdown, Michigan State! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Motion from the offense. Looking for a man. It's Walters. Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The hand to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Michigan State 27, Auburn 26.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. A low line drive and not his best work. This punt will be down just inside the 40-yard line. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. All kinds of running room. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback will keep it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Spartans look to do some damage in the red zone. Going to the run, it's Montgomery. And he finds his way out of bounds, real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
On the move. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Makes the grab on 3rd. Touchdown, Spartans! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Air Force is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big, fat no. They're trailing by 16 to Western Kentucky. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
From the gun. Makes the grab on the left. And they're able to get him down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Floating away. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked up.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw it again. He's got his man.
Well, this certainly hasn't been a career day for the quarterback, right? He's thrown a couple of picks, hasn't thrown for a ton of yards, but his team is in position to win this game, and they need him to make plays now, a 2-minute situation, to pull this one out. He's got the talent to do it. Let's find out what he does.
Across the 25. He's loose down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Auburn.
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense, great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you got to go for 2. You got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite 2-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
Wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. To the end zone, and is picked off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
The running back has it. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. From the gun. Give on the inside. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
As they come to the line on 2nd down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, eat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner is stopped. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
Well, they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Nothing's working right now in the pass game for this guy. This is the nightmare scenario. He's already been picked off 3 times. That one got swatted away. Lucky it wasn't another interception. This quarterback is not playing with a ton of confidence.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.